Hi guys, welcome back to Hair Dry Treatment. Right, I want to firstly send my apologies. It's been a while obviously since I've done a video. I have been pretty ill, as you can obviously hear in my voice still a little bit. And I do want to send my sorry for not being able to do a video of late. I did do some recording at training last week, but due to being ill and not being able to speak that well, I haven't been able to record. So tonight I thought I'd give you a bit of a treat, get back into being in front of the camera. And I did a bit of a question and answer on Twitter earlier. So I've got your questions here and I'm going to do my best to answer them as much as I possibly can. Right, first questions that I've got here are from Juan Mata, not the Juan Mata. I'd love it to be, but obviously not. So Juan Mata's asked me, what is my best footballing moment as a player? Now that is a good question, but I've got to say, when I was 17, I got called up to go and basically train with England under 19s, and I got to play against France there. Went on a training camp at Bishop Abbey for the weekend, and I remember quite clearly I was playing on right wing, and I remember turning around and Hope Pell being stood right behind me, and that literally gave me goosebumps. And obviously Hope Pell at the time was the woman in football, she was the England manager at that time, so for me to turn around and see her there, that obviously was a memorable moment for me. And I've got to say that playing for the under 19s at England level was definitely the greatest moment in my personal career. He also asked who is my favourite player currently. My favourite player currently is probably, it's a tough question, that is. I'm going to say my favourite player at the minute is probably Matic from Manchester United. I think he's been a great signing. Obviously added some stability, he's been consistent in every game pretty much, and I think he's been amazing. I know he's not like a glamorous signing, but I do think that he has been a great signing for us, and I think he's been consistently our best player this season so far. That's my personal opinion. Pogba I think had a good start to the season, but obviously the injuries hindered him. I'm hoping he can come back in that same form, and then yeah, I think Pogba would be the one up there for me, but at the moment in his current situation it's Matic. Who's my favourite team? Well, it's not hard to see. Man United is my favourite team, supported Manchester United since I was about 3, but I was born in 1992, so obviously I was bound to be a Manchester United fan, to be honest. So that's my favourite team, is Manchester United. His final question was, who is my male football crush? Now, you're going to think, oh, you're bottling it a bit here, Soph, but I'm actually not. Like, I don't really look at footballers and think, oh, he's hot. I don't look at him in that way. If I had to choose a male crush, I'd probably go with actually Juan Mata. Purely because he just seems like a genuinely great guy. Obviously he's not the worst looking guy in the world, but he just seems like a great gentleman, and I think fair play for what he's doing at the moment, obviously for charity and donating some of his wages. But I think he just seems a gentleman, and yeah, Juan Mata would be my male crush. The other one would probably be Griezmann, because he is obviously trying to look a bit like David Beckham with the way he's growing his hair, and I love his little celebration. I'd love it even more if he's in a United shirt, but yeah, I'm going to go with Mata or Griezmann for my male football crush. Wazza from Stoke has asked me, will Jose Mourinho be in charge at the start of the 2019-20 campaign? That is a tough question, isn't it? I mean, at the moment, obviously, there's a lot of Man United fans angry with the way that we're playing. There's a lot of Man United fans at the moment who are angry with the way that we're playing. Do I think he deserves to be given longer? Yes, I do. I think he'll be in charge, to be honest. I think at the end of the day, if you look at the progress, we won the Europa League last year. He's got to get some more signings, and no doubt about that. We've got to get some deadwood out. Hopefully January we'll be able to strengthen a little bit more, but we'll obviously see. But yeah, I think he'll still be in charge. I think we'd be stupid really. For me, he's the best manager around, arguably at the moment, who's available, and yeah, I wouldn't get rid of him. I'd back him all the way still. Yeah, I'm not happy with how we're playing at the moment, but I think surely Mourinho is clever enough and smart enough to think, actually, yeah, we're not playing that well at the moment. We do need to strengthen. He's not stupid at the end of the day. You don't get to where he's at being stupid. And I put my trust in him, and I do believe that we will improve under Mourinho. So yeah, I believe he'll be in charge next season. Chanel Wells, good to hear off you. I haven't spoken to you for a while. Chanel says, who is my favourite Manchester United player of all time and why? My favourite United player of all time is Paul Scholes. As you know, I play football, I'm a centre midfielder, and he is a big idol in my eyes. He's someone who I inspired to play like. I just love Paul Scholes growing up. He was born in 92, class of 92 was all about when I was growing up, and Paul Scholes for me just stood out a mile, and even now when he plays in charity games, he's just a class above the rest. Such a small guy, such a humble guy as well, which is why I also like him so much, because he's just so humble. When you see him being a pundit on BT and stuff, he just seems like a great guy. He knows his football, keeps it simple, got one hell of a ping on him, and I used to love how he just could not tackle. the way they just flew into players, it just used to crack me up. But I think he's a legend. How he didn't play more for England, I will never know. But for me, my idol and my favourite player of all time is Paul Scholes. Shane asked me what my favourite pair of football boots are. Growing up, I always used to wear Night Vapors. Night Vapors were the boots, but I was a lot quicker back then, to be honest. Gradually dropping deeper on the pitch. Now my favourite boots. Obviously I'm wearing Adidas Glitch at the moment. They're fantastic. I do love those boots. But I've got to say, the most comfortable boots I've had in the last few years are the Adidas Pure Control laceless ones. They were my favourite boots over the last few seasons, to be honest. So comfortable. They look really smart as well without the laces, and they just seem to fit me perfect. And they're not heavy, because obviously like Life boots, being a Vapor fan. So yeah, my favourite boots are the Adidas Pure Controls. And if you need to know colour, they were a luminous green. I still wear them every now and again now. Daniel Carter's asked me what got me supporting Manchester United in the first place. Well, obviously, as you know, I'm from Wolverhampton, so my local team is Wolves. I played for Wolves, obviously, for a very long time. But growing up, being born in '92, class of '92 was about, and I just absolutely loved watching the class of '92. And like I said earlier, Paul Scholes is my idol, but obviously I absolutely love David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, and just loved watching Man United growing up. I mean, watching Man United was what made me want to play football in the first place, just the way they attacked. And I thought, you know what, I want to be a part of that, and they were a true inspiration in me personally getting involved in football. And I used to go with my dad to watch Old Trafford games all the time, especially Champions League, and just the whole atmosphere and just being at Old Trafford as well. I just absolutely love it, and from there on in, I just adore Manchester United, and that's the team who I support. Sander asked me possibly my favourite question of this video. He asked me what my favourite Stepbrothers quote is. Now that is a tough question for me. If you know me, you know I'm a huge Stepbrothers fan. I love Will Ferrell. I'm not actually going to focus on a quote, I'm going to focus on a scene, and my favourite scene is easily the bunk bed scene. It's like, there's so much room for activities. That is definitely my favourite clip from Stepbrothers, and the whole quote where it's like, this is how we do it, da, 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 and it collapses. That for me is the best part of Stepbrothers. So if I had to choose one scene / clip or one quote, it would be the whole bunk bed scene, to be honest with you. But a very interesting question as well from Josh Canny. Josh says, how do I feel about technology in football, especially with obviously the Northern Ireland result against Switzerland recently? It cost a local team their place at the World Cup. If that decision was reviewed before the penalty was taken, obviously it would change the whole outcome. So do I feel technology is needed in football? Yes, I do. When I watch rugby and I see how much more advanced it is, it just frustrates me. I think, why on earth are we waiting? Why in football are we waiting to make a move with technology? It's affecting results. Ref decisions are getting poorer in my opinion, and we need that extra support. I know the game's getting quicker, so it's harder for a ref, which is why we need to step up with the technology. And I think results like the Northern Ireland one would go more in the team's favour that deserves it if we had this technology. And so yes, I feel quite strongly that technology needs to improve, and we need to be watching rugby and thinking, hang on, what are they doing? Can we as the FA, can we as UEFA, can we as all football governing bodies embed some technology in place to make the game a lot fairer and a lot more accurate with its results? Because at the minute there's decisions costing teams all over the place, and the decisions that aren't even that hard to make. Once you watch that replay, some of them are laughable. So with the added replays and the reviews and the better technology, I think obviously it will advance the game even more, and I think technology needs to be incorporated more in football. Right, my final question before my voice starts to give up on me again is from Speed Then Mosey. And he has asked me a very good question. He's asked me, why do Manchester United not have a female football team, and how do I feel about that? Well, my answer is actually, I don't know why, to be honest. I think we're missing a huge trick as a club by not having one. As you can see, Man City are hugely successful in the female game. And I think Man United, being a club the size that we are, we should be competing at that level as well. How do I feel about it? I'm a bit gutted by it, to be honest. I think we should have a team. And obviously, yeah, I would follow Manchester United ladies just as I do the men. Would I play for them? Probably not, but you know, it's there for me to aim for, isn't it? And yeah, I think we should have a team. I'm a bit gutted that we don't. I'm a bit bemused by the whole situation. I think it'll only be a matter of time before we do, because there's a massive gap in the market there. Female football is obviously getting a lot bigger, and I think Man United will have a female team eventually, just not at the moment, and why I have no idea. Fingers crossed it does happen though, and we can compete with Man City in that league. that's the end of me answering some questions tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop a comment, drop a like, and obviously subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know if you like some of the answers to the questions, and also let me know if you like this kind of video. It was good for me to get some different questions. I had some random ones in there as well. I think I had someone asking me about, did I have nice feet to go in my trainers? I'm not going to answer that question. You can be the judge of feet, or I'm not really into any of that, so I'm not going to answer that question at all. I have nice trainers though, I can answer that one. I do have nice trainers. What else was there? There was another question. Oh, Dave asked me to put gobshites in onto Google Maps and see what the answer is. I haven't looked at that yet, mate. I'll check it out and I'll get back to you on the answer for that one. Thanks for everybody who took part in the question and answer. I really enjoyed doing this. I'll do many more of these if you find it enjoyable to watch. I definitely found it enjoyable to do, and I'll be interested in doing one in the future. Thanks for tuning into hairdryer treatment with me, Sophie. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Now that I can talk again and my voice is working, I will be doing regular videos again this week, starting at training tomorrow, and I'll be uploading more regular videos again. Sorry again for the delay. I hope it was worth the wait in the end. Lovely to speak to you all. Thanks guys. Take care.